Everyone wants talent. No one warns you what it costs. A stack of gold medals gathering dust. Millions of gifted people die unknown. Not because they lacked ability, but because their ability became their prison. Today, we go beneath the surface. Not motivation, not tips, philosophy. Why do most people fail despite talent? The answer will unsettle you. A child drawing effortlessly, praised by shadowy figures. Then the child grows older, now staring at a blank page, unable to start. We are raised to worship natural ease. The student who studies little but aces the test. The musician who never practices yet plays beautifully. But here is the poison. When you are told you are naturally talented, you learn to avoid anything that makes you look unnatural. Struggle becomes shame. A tightrope walker balancing perfectly, then someone throws a small rock. He falls hard. The talented person's identity is fragile. They don't see effort as a tool, they see it as evidence that they were never truly gifted, so they stop before they fail publicly. The ancient Stoics knew this. Seneca wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Talent without daring is a tomb, a tree growing in perfect soil, but its roots are wrapped in a glass jar. The jar says potential. The tree cannot grow outward. Psychologists call it the gifted kid syndrome. High potential, low follow through. Why? Because potential is abstract, achievement is concrete, and concrete requires repetition, failure, ugly drafts, rejection, a montage of famous failures. Van Gogh sold one painting in his life. Einstein was told he'd never amount to anything. J.K. Rowling rejected by 12 publishers. None of them were effortless, they were stubborn. The talented often compare their first drafts to someone else's masterpiece. They forget that mastery is not a gift, it is a scar. Aristotle wrote in his Nicomachean Ethics, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Talent is an act. Habit is a war. A person sitting inside a beautiful cage. The cage is made of words. You should be further ahead. You should be famous by now. You are wasting your gift. Here is the deepest psychological wound: expectation. When you have talent, others expect greatness. And worse, you expect it from yourself. Every year that passes without a major success feels like betrayal. An hourglass, the sand falls faster as the person tries to grab it. This creates paralysis. The fear that if you try and fail, you will confirm your worst fear: I was never that special. So you do nothing. You scroll, you plan, you wait for the perfect moment. But the perfect moment is a lie invented by the ego to protect itself. Sartre called this bad faith, pretending you have no choice. The talented person says, "I could succeed if I wanted to." That is bad faith, because wanting is not enough. Doing is the only proof. A painting covered by a white sheet. Underneath, it's unfinished. A voice whispers, "No one can judge what they cannot see." There is a strange comfort in potential. As long as you never fully commit, you can always tell yourself, "I could have been great." But once you release your work into the world, it can be criticized, ignored, mocked. A diver standing at the edge of a high cliff. The water below is dark. He steps back. Most talented people choose the cliff's edge over the dive. They preserve the fantasy of greatness rather than risk the reality of mediocrity. But here is the truth. Mediocrity is temporary. The fantasy is permanent death. Nietzsche said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." The talented often lack a strong why. Their why was external. Praise, status, proving they are smart. When those fade, they stop. A hand is opening slowly. A small bird sits on the palm, then flies away. Text appears. Talent is not you. It is just a tool. How do you break the curse? First, separate your worth from your talent. You are not your IQ. You are not your first place trophy. You are a human who happens to have a skill. Second, learn to be a beginner again. Pick something you are terrible at. Learn it. Fail publicly. Rebuild your tolerance for shame. A blacksmith hammering red-hot metal. Sparks fly. The metal bends slowly. Third, embrace the ugly middle. Every master was once a disaster. The only difference is they kept going. when the talent ran out, and talent always runs out. The Zen concept of Shoshin beginner's mind teaches this. The expert is empty. The talented person who keeps a beginner's mind fears no failure. Slow fade to a single candle burning in darkness. No other light. Talent is a spark, but sparks die. Build the fire yourself. Text on screen: discipline is the forgotten twin of genius. If this spoke to you, sit with it for 1 minute before moving on, then go do the work you've been avoiding.